Monte Outlaw, and pretty much gonna give you a rundown of what happened at Spartanburg, North Carolina Regional or South Carolina Regional. Yeah, so I got 22nd place, and still trying to keep Draco alive. Definitely made a good meta call. Lost to Red Reboot. Essentially, I went X and 2. My only 2 losses were to purely Red Reboot, and yeah, I died when they played that card. So I know what changes to make to the deck now, which I'll introduce during the deck profile. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. All right, so I played a 45 card deck. Since we lost Masterpiece, I decided to go a little bit trap heavier. So that's what you'll see in this deck profile. So to start off, I got 1 Draco Fighter, Knuckles, whatever you want to call him. I got 3 Ignis, 3 Maiden, and I'm still playing the Rock Boy. A lot of people cut the Rock Boy out because they feel like since the pendulum boards aren't being made anymore, the triple negates, that he's not as useful. But I kept him in. He's still a hand trap stopper, and he destroys Altergeist. It's just ridiculous. And then when they do make I saw a lot of Spiral and Goki matchups. So when they do make that board, they normally have Tri-Gate, so it makes it a little hard to get around. This just turns off the Tri-Gate so that you can play around the rest of the board a lot easier. A lot of people stopped playing Maiden for some reason. I still maxed out Maiden because I'm playing a 45 card deck, and it's like 3, 6, 7. It's like 10-ish monsters. So I need to see a monster, and I draw so heavy and spell heavy that I just need something to keep recruiting the monsters so I can keep the game pressure on. I initially was gonna play this card in the deck. I'm glad I didn't main it. I didn't really miss it, but something occurred to me during the tournament that if I played the mirror match and my opponent was playing this card, I would auto lose. So I will be side decking this card from now on, just for the mirror match only. But you don't need it in the main deck. Yeah, so that's it for the monsters. Going on to I guess I'll do a spell second since it's most. I got 3 Diagram. I still max out Terraforming. I don't know why people started to cut it down. It was a lot of drones there, but obviously we played the Rock Boy, so really didn't have to worry about it as much. Still maxed out 3 Disciples, 3 Heritage. Still playing the card Demise version. 3 Pod Duality. And last but not least, 2 Desires. I think this ratio of spells is still strong. I never felt the need for Raigeki or Stormforth or Dark Hole. Never felt the need that anybody's board was too massive to get around, especially because Dark Hole and Raigeki don't really kill the boards that are being made. Like the Nightmare boards, Dark Hole and Raigeki does nothing for you. So I don't feel the need for those. I think my spell setup is perfect. I wouldn't change anything about it. Moving on to the traps. Alright, for trap lineup, obviously triple Apocalypse, 1 Return. We got the fighter back, so there's no reason to change that. I'm still playing the Erupt version, no extra deck. I think the no extra deck version is just leagues better than the extra deck version. It's just if you can turn off all their cards and keep yours on, I'll see no reason not to play that card. Card is nuts. Since we left the pendulum format, I was thinking about changing this ratio, but everybody started splashing Brandish in their deck, or I'm sorry, Sky Striker in their deck. So this was actually a strong call still. Some of them are quick play, but for the most part, they still stopped majority of the turn. Because after that quick play effect, then they couldn't do anything else. I might bump this to 2 instead, though, because I found out another card is way better than a lot of the other floodgates. I'm doing 2 losing turns still. There was a lot of Mechanite in the tournament. This card just shuts Mechanite down. And I don't know, I might consider bumping it to 3. It just keeps everything, since we don't have Masterpiece anymore, which was our biggest monster that was currently being ran. This just puts in defense a lot of that bigger stuff, because a lot of the bigger stuff have small defense. It just keeps, you know, your opponents that do the spamming down to minimum. And it still negates link monsters, even though it can't switch from defense. So it still turns out link monsters for that turn, so you can still deal with them. I play one Judgment. It's just a great card. That one out for, I'll pay half my life anytime just to stay in the game. So I think it's well invested. And the MVP of the day, I was maining 2. There can only be ones. This card is nuts. I would definitely be playing it at 3. It breaks the Nightmare board, and I was actually testing it. I talked with Garen Williams and Frank Nicola about this card, about maining it. That card was nuts today. Every time I saw it, I won that game like instantly. So against all the Goki matchups, Spiral matchups, Altergeist, Trickstar, this literally shut down every deck. It makes you play more conservative because you can only control one monster also now. But it's okay because you're playing Draco and it's like an infinite resource gainer. But that card is nuts. I'm definitely playing it at 3. It was a great meta call, and it was just no regrets on that card. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the side deck now. Alright, side deck's pretty simple, I think. I'm still playing Evenly Match. Those Spiral and Goki boards are pretty nasty. They normally have a Chargate, so you normally have to have one beat out card before you play this card. Yeah, I just have no regrets. I saw it a lot. I used it a lot. My second 3 was Red Reboot. I normally sided in both of these cards. Every time I sided one end, I sided the other end. This card was MVP today. I don't regret not main decking it because I didn't see it any game ones. I didn't see any game 1 chart cards that I wish I had this in the deck, because mainly people put it in game 2 once they saw me playing Draco. And then, or once I went first again, and then they want to try to evenly match me. So I always put those in. This is the only card I lost to all day. So yeah, I just got rate rebooted, and if I didn't have the Solemn Judgment or my rate reboot, then they negated my traps and normally just OTK'd me from there. But other than that, I didn't take any other losses other than not getting rate rebooted. So I was pretty happy with the overall result. I'm still doing 3 sphere mode. I just side deck really heavy when it comes to playing the Nightmare builds, the different variety of Nightmare builds. In case I can't draw the evenly, I still have the raw sphere modes to back it up. And then, yeah, so I think this is still a great card. I can still get my extra normal summon in Draco. So another card I did was 3 Meteons. This card is nuts. So it's basically another out to Nightmare boards. Like, I would gladly go second because I didn't play any go second decks today, and I lost, I think out of 8 rounds, I lost 7 of the die rolls. So I went second almost every single game of that regional. So normally when I played against any Nightmare variant deck, I just sided in these 9 because it doesn't matter how many I see. As long as I see one of them, I break their board, and it's super hard for them to recover after that. Not last 2, but Rivalry is another side. I wasn't sure what. This is my first tournament since the ban list and since Masterpiece got banned, and since the new release of all the other cards. So I wasn't really sure what the meta called for. So I just had these inside. I did side them in when I went first, because this in combination with the there can only be one means both players can only control one monster. And I will gladly control Draco versus whatever monster they're going to put on board. And the last card is Soul Drain. Obviously, it's foreign, so you can't see what it says. It's basically your opponent can't, or neither player can activate monster effects in the graveyard or banished. This is for, I thought about main decking this just for the, because I know a lot of people playing Goki, but I was like, I don't want it to only be alive for Goki. So I decided to decide it, and if I was going first the game, I'll put it in against the Goki matchup just to make, stop their combos, whatever. Phenomenal. I'll probably end up dropping this card because if I didn't have it game one, I didn't really think it was that too much effective. So, yeah, that's about it. So my matchups were just gonna put this up. I was able to keep notes this time, so matchups were Goki, Altergeist, World Chalice, Altergeist, Spiral, Trickstar, and ABC. Like I said,
must be nice.
Yeah. I didn't struggle at all. I literally only lost to Red Reboot itself. It was basically if they got the reboot and I didn't have it, it is what it is. But if they didn't have it, then I won that game. So no regrets on the deck, man. The deck did phenomenal, especially because going into this tournament, I literally had no idea what any of the Sky Striker stuff did at all, or I didn't know what the end result of the Goki combo was. Like they have one result that you go into Curious and dump Imperial Order to the grave and then reset it with Griffin. I never known about that prior to entering the tournament, so that was nuts. And then I was like, man, I didn't know that at all. But now that I know that stuff, yeah, I think I'm going to the next YCS next week, and yeah, I think I'm gonna kill it there because now I know what the decks actually do. I know how to stop them. I know what the meta calls for, and yeah, that's it.
So you got any shout outs?
Oh yeah, shout out Team 8. Got obviously if you can see new mats, names on it, logo imprinted on it. Feels crazy good. Gamer 8. Shout out to ARG. We also got new jerseys. I don't know if y'all been seeing them. Got flag on them. Alpha Team, whatever. They're pretty dope. Pretty dope. Pretty happy with the end result. But yeah, that's about it. Shout out Team 8. Shout out to pretty much everybody to help me figure out the deck for a new format. And yeah, that's it. Appreciate it.